channel. If you're new, my name is Abby, and if you'd like, you can subscribe to see more of my videos. But today, for this video, I'm just going to show you a pretty easy updo you can do for prom, homecoming, or any like formal dance your school might have. It's relatively easy, and you can do it on pretty much any length of hair. If it's too short to fit in a low bun, you'll probably struggle quite a bit, but it's not impossible. All you need are a lot of bobby pins, some hairspray, and a couple hair ties, and curling iron. So, with that, let's get started.
So to start off, I'm just brushing through my hair, and then I'm creating a pretty deep side part, but you can part it wherever you'd like, and then I'm sectioning it off till right behind my ears. And then I'm clipping those out of the way just so that they don't get mixed in with this top section that we're taking. And this is just the crown of my hair, and I'm clipping that up out of the way. And then I'm going to create a ponytail, which is eventually going to be the base of our bun. And if you want it right in the back of your head like I did, just put your ponytail there. But if you want like a low side type of bun, then that's where you're going to want to put your ponytail. And then now I'm just bobby pinning the hair in place. And you want to get it kind of flat to your head, but you don't have to worry too much because we're going to be pinning our curls around, so this will be hidden anyways. Now I'm just taking some small sections of hair, spraying them with hairspray, and then teasing it back just to give me some volume. And then I'm doing that same thing with this front section of hair, but I'm teasing the side towards my face so that when it's laid down in the final look, the top part is smooth and the teased part is underneath. And then I'm doing that same thing with these side pieces, but teasing them back. And now I'm just curling all of the hair. You can go in whatever direction you'd like for the crown sections because they're all going to be pinned back anyways, that it doesn't really matter. And then the sides I curled away from my face. And this is just a 1-inch curling wand, but you can use any size curling wand, but I wouldn't use one any larger than 1 inch because you want the curls kind of smaller. And then I'm curling these away from my face as well. And then I'm just hairspraying all of that with a pretty firm hold hairspray. And I'm just resectioning out those front pieces of hair in front of my ears. And then I'm going to start pinning the curls. And I'm taking just 1-inch sections and puffing them up a little bit to give me volume in the front, and then just sliding in one bobby pin to hold it in place. And then I'm just hairspraying that. And now for these front parts, you have a few different options. For the side, I just pinned that all straight back in one piece. And then the other side with my bang type of section, you can also pin straight back like the other side. Or in a minute, I'm going to show you how to do a braid going back into the bun. So that's just what the first option looks like in the front. And then if you'd like, you can do a braid going back. So this is just a Dutch French braid. So instead of crossing the strands over, you're going to cross them under, adding a little bit of hair every strand. And there's tons of tutorials on this if you need a more detailed explanation. So I'm just doing that till about my eye level. Just adding in a little bit of hair at a time. And then I'm just going to braid it regularly the rest of the way down. And then I'm just securing that with a small hair elastic. And now I'm going back and I'm pulling at the braid to make it look a little bit fuller. And this step's optional, but you can do it as much or as little as you'd like. And once you're happy with how your braid is looking, you can pin that back into our ponytail we have going on. Now is where we start doing the updo part, I guess. So you're just going to take small sections of hair, like a couple curls at a time, twist them up and pin them anywhere along the outside of that first bun that we created. And this is just a lot of trial and error. You can pin the pieces, and if you don't like how it's looking, you can unpin them or put a couple extra bobby pins and just fiddle around with it until you get something that you like. So I just started off taking little pieces and I'm making a circle around my bun of twisted up sections of hair. And then some of these sections I'm pinning right on top of the bun that I created. And it's going to look messy for a while until you get it where you like it. Another little tip is if you spray your bobby pins with hairspray, it'll help hold your style a lot better throughout the night. And right now I have a lot of pieces falling out, but I'm going to pin those back in a little bit. But you can leave out some of the curls or you can pin them all up. And now I'm finishing off with a shining hairspray. And I'm just curling these few little pieces that I left out in the front, just so that they look a little more perfect. And making a few little finishing touches. And then I like to use the tail of this comb to help pull up some of the hair strands. And I'm pinning out a couple more little pieces. And then these strands in the back, if you spray a little bit of hairspray onto a tint brush, or you could use a toothbrush or something, and just brush those hairs up out of the way, and then throw in a couple bobby pins, it should take care of it. I still have some that didn't reach, but that's okay. And then that is our finished look.
Thank you all for watching. If you liked this updo, give the video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments or little tips, you can leave those in the comments below and I'll definitely answer them. If you do try out this hairstyle, you can tag me on Instagram. I'll have that linked in the description. And if you like my channel and want to see more of my videos, you can always subscribe. There's a link at the end of this video and then also down below. So I hope you all have a great time at prom, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!